Unfiltered is filmed in front of a live studio camera.
Yes, it is. Two of them, in fact. I thought I'd add that. Thanks to Ernie Bodler, the voice behind Cheshire TV. He was in doing voiceovers the other day, and I asked him if he couldn't make that up for me. So he did, and I think it adds a little something to the intro. So possibly something coming in a few weeks for the credits as well. A little quip or something, I don't know. I like to do things to shake it up once in a while. So I do. So, what's been going on this week? My eyes are still getting better. It was Veterans Day. So to all the veterans who served, thank you. Although, you know, to a veteran, every day is Veterans Day. You know, every day should be Veterans Day. These are the people that fought for our freedom. And over the weekend, I watched a lot of stuff on Nat Geo, American Heroes channel, some of the history channels that are in the upper range of our cable system. And, you know, there's some great stuff. I saw a thing about the Vietnam gun trucks, which, you know, man, anybody who looks down on a Vietnam veteran should be severely beat, because these guys lived through hell. Let me tell you, some of them lived through hell. Some of them never made it home. And again, because the United States was trying to help the poor, oppressed people of Vietnam. Same thing with Iraq. We should have never gone into Iraq. But we did. Why? Because somebody's being mean to the little guys. It happens all over the world. And it has been happening all over the world. And what can we do about it? We couldn't ignore it. Maybe. Just let, you know, concentrate on us here in America. You know, and if those people around the world, shut up. We better go over here. Nationalism is not a Nazi. I hate to tell you that. Nationalism is pride in your own country first. Once your own country is great, then you can help people. But you don't help people by bombing them. There you go. The show I watched on Iraq. You know, it's a funny place over there because we got rid of their horrible dictator leader who was gassing his own people and told them they could elect somebody, they could have elections and have a democratic society. We're going to get to that phrase in a minute. And what did they do? They elected another guy who turned out to just mistreat them once he got into power. Again, power corrupts. That's why career politicians, there should be no such thing as a career politician. That kind of power corrupts. All right. Democracy. Democracy is pretty much majority rules. Unfortunately, the United States is not a democracy. The United States is a constitutional republic, which means we put the individual ahead of the majority. Individual rights over majority rights. That means each and every person has the same rights as everybody else as a citizen of the United States. That's another thing that's important. You have to be a citizen. Yes, I know who has the right to tell you who's a citizen and who's not a citizen. Who has a right to tell you that the land you bought, you have to pay taxes on every year to the government? See? You don't think about things like that. And you have to. Who said that that land belonged to anybody, that you should have to pay for it in the first place? It's government, and again, people in power. Don't you see, people? This is not a red and blue thing. This is simply a power thing, no matter who has power. They will eventually abuse it. Yeah. When will you people get that through your heads? It does not matter whether you have a Republican president and Congress and House, or whether you have a Democrat president, Senate, and House. You're still going to end up with those people in power taking advantage of their damn power. And believing that because they have power, they are entitled to more than you. Don't doubt me on this. Look at your history. Every single leader from the dawn of time has eventually oppressed its people. Everybody. There's not one case where they haven't. We have to take that power away and give it to individuals. Each and every one of us has the power to make our own decisions. The problem is getting people to be responsible for their to be responsible for their decisions. That's the key. Go ahead, make your decision, but be responsible for your decision, whatever it may be. So we are a democratic republic, or a constitutional republic, not a democracy, number one. This puts the individual's rights ahead of the rights of the majority. The Constitution is made to protect the individual from the majority. Yeah. So there you go. You look at places, let's look at Massachusetts, for instance. 2 years ago, Massachusetts passed by majority vote recreational marijuana. It has taken the government 2 years to let that go forward, when after all it was a majority vote. But because we are a constitutional republic, the majority, while they want it, you cannot infringe on the rights of the minorities. Isn't that what you left people are always saying? But then you do the exact same thing. So, we are a nation of individuals. That's what we should be. It's a nation of individuals. Nowhere in the Declaration of Independence does it say that all men are equal. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to start Googling or whatever and oh, wait a minute, it sure does say that all men are equal. No, it does not. The exact words are, all men are created equal. All men created equal. At birth, we are all equal. At conception, we are all equal. Right? Right. Okay. So we are born equal. What you do with your life depends on where you end up in life depends on what you do with your life. You're created equal to the next guy. But if you bust your rump and he doesn't, guess what? Who's going to come out better in the end? It shouldn't be him. That's why drug dealing is so... because people want to make big money, but they don't want to work. So they go, oh man, I can sell drugs. It's friggin' easy to sell drugs. You know, crime is easy. Steal from people. Why work when I can just take it? You know? So, all men are not equal. They're created equal, but it's what you do with your life that depends on where you go. Then again, these days, we're not really all created equal either, are we? Because if you're born to rich parents, you live a whole different life than if you're born to poor parents. You live an unequal life. Due to money, again, a man-made constraint that shows who's better than who. Start to understand this, people. Start to look at things. You say you're all about science. Well, look at the sciences. Man, where was I going from here? Healthcare. Another great unequaler, right? Because I've been looking into healthcare plans because, I don't have one and I had just had to, dump all my play money into a health issue with my eye. So I'm still paying that off, and so I figured maybe it's time to get some health insurance. So I started looking through health insurance, and I found a plan, one of those customizable plans. Because there's 100,000 healthcare plans out there. What do you want covered? What do you not want covered? And this and that. So I got a plan. It's only going to cost me $200 a week, and it covers polio. That's all it covers. Doesn't cover anything but polio. So I'm safe. If I get polio, I should be all right. Other than that, who the hell designed these friggin' rules? Health. One plan. The same plan for everybody. You want to get a health plan. You go to, shouldn't there be one health plan? When you're sick, you go to the doctors. Oh no. Because of insurance companies, again, an industry that is unnecessary, remember, this is the guy that's sitting between you and your doctor. So privacy laws, where are your privacy laws? The doctor can't release your records to your brother or sister, but yet every single thing you go into the doctor's for goes right through that insurance company. And that dude at the desk, look at this guy, he's got friggin', terminal hemorrhoids. They're laughing around the insurance room over your pain. I don't think hemorrhoids are terminal, but if they were, then people in the insurance company would be laughing because they see everything. But yet your own family can't get access to your medical records. One plan. Healthy. There you go. Now I heard today that there are places that are starting to put high taxes on food stuff that is bad for you. Watch out. Before long, you'll be paying $15 for a pound of bacon that'll have an $11 tax on it. Because, bacon's not good for you. Again, it's the government trying to tell you how to live. Here's here's what makes the whole "we want you to be healthy" thing and "we care about your health" thing. This is where it's going to blow your mind. Because remember, physical education class is no longer a subject in school that is required for every single year of school. Take physical education out of the schools. Because, it's, I don't know what it is. The fact that, because one guy can't do 20 pull-ups, you have to take it out because all kids can't do the same things. Well, yeah, no crap. Some people are good at some things, other people are good at other things. But if a kid's not good at gym and phys ed, that doesn't mean that he shouldn't have to take gym. He still has to get exercise and be healthy, even if he stinks at playing dodgeball. I forgot. They don't play dodgeball anymore because it hurts too many feelings. Yeah. It's the government is trying to take away our choices. That's all I know. And it is a government's trick to keeping control of a people. If the government wanted to starve us out, all they would have to do is shut down the highways. Guess what? No trucks would roll. We'd run out of food. There would be riots. Yeah. Saturday, Cynthia Georgino was in covering for Chris Coates because Chris Coates apparently gets as much time off as he wants from his radio show. They had a conversation about gun laws and stuff. And they were talking about the no-fly, no-buy thing. You know, where if you're on the no-fly list, then you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. Well, that's all well and good. But my problem is that they could just start drawing names out of a hat and putting them on the list. Because again, the government controls the list. And if you, again, if you don't think that a government would turn on its own people, look at history. Look at history. You all want to go back to Hitler. Oh, Trump's a Hitler, Trump's a Hitler. The first thing Hitler did was took away the Jews' guns. The first thing Hitler did was took the guns out of the hands of the people. After he did that, it was easy to go in and round them up. The same thing, I mean, Iraq, Saddam Hussein. While he didn't take the weapons away from his people, they did not have weapons that could match the military's weapons. So they were easy targets. And when they pushed a little bit too hard, then he broke out his ultimate weapon. The mustard gas and chemical agents, nerve agents that he dropped on people. If the government cannot control you, they will kill you. I'm just saying, you know? Then again, what the hell do I know? Maybe a lot more than you think. I don't know. It's crazy. Another trick the governments use is to pit people against each other. Some of this stuff that I saw on Iraq with with the different factions fighting each other, the Shias and the Sunnis, might as well be the Democrats and Republicans. Each wants power. Each one of them, Think hard when you start thinking about about what this next civil war may do. Because, you know, you see those films and stuff of any of those places, Bosnia, Iraq, Kuwait. Is that what we want our cities to become? Burned out, bombed out hulks of buildings? I don't know. I don't. So, again, be nice to each other. That's all you got to do. You know, there's no secret other than that. Just be nice to each other. No matter what religion, no matter what color, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. Realize that all power corrupts. And remember that. All power corrupts. Let's go back over here. Oh, I hit the wrong button and did that slow fade. Did you see that? That's just not a classy move, but, you know, it happened. So credits are lined up. I guess that's it. What do we got coming up? I'll be doing a show next Tuesday. It'll be talking Thanksgiving stuff. Maybe a recipe or two. Maybe not. Again, happy Veterans Day to all you veterans. A day belated, but or 2 days belated. But we love you all. Thanks for everything you have done, everything that you folks that are deployed continue to do to keep our country safe from terrorism and the other governments. And I mean, we'll talk next week. Till next time, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.